You're about to uncover the hidden truth about wealth. It's not something you earn, it's something you allow. This audiobook reveals the ancient wisdom of money energy, the golden current of abundance flowing all around you. Tune into it now and watch prosperity flow into your life. Money energy. Introduction. In the silence of your heart lies a treasure map, written in the ink of infinite possibility. The wisdom you now hold in your hands transcends the ordinary boundaries of wealth and abundance. These teachings, preserved through generations of mystics and sages, whisper of a truth far greater than the mere accumulation of material riches. They speak of money energy, the living, breathing force that flows through the universe like a golden river of possibility. You stand at the gateway of transformation where the ancient laws of prosperity await your recognition. This knowledge has been guarded not by locks and keys, but by the readiness of consciousness to receive it. Now, as you turn these pages, you step into a lineage of wisdom that has quietly shaped the destinies of those who understood its power. Money energy is not simply currency. It is the vital force of creation itself, expressing through the material realm. It responds not to desperate grasping or fearful hoarding, but to the subtle vibrations of your inner state. Like a musical instrument that must be perfectly tuned to produce harmony, your consciousness must align with the frequency of abundance to attract its flow. The universe operates through precise spiritual laws, as exact as mathematics yet as fluid as water. These laws govern the ebb and flow of prosperity in your life. When you learn to harmonize with them, abundance becomes as natural as breathing. This is not about techniques or strategies, but about awakening to your true nature as a channel for infinite wealth. As you journey through these teachings, you will discover that true prosperity begins in the sanctuary of your thoughts, expands through the power of your beliefs, and manifests through the alchemy of your actions. The ancient ones knew this secret, that wealth is not earned but allowed. It is not pursued but attracted. You have been drawn to these teachings because your spirit recognizes a truth that your mind may still question. Trust this inner knowing. The path to abundance opens before you now, not as a distant dream, but as your natural birthright. Part 1. Awakening to Abundance. Chapter 1. Discovering Money Energy. In the village of Saratha, where the great river wound its path through fertile valleys, lived a young woman named Lena. Each morning she would watch the merchants' boats drift past, laden with goods, while she struggled to feed her aging mother. Though the village prospered, abundance seemed to flow around her like water around a stone. One dawn, as she sat by the riverbank, an elder named Malik appeared beside her. His eyes held the wisdom of centuries as he watched the flowing waters. "You see only the surface," he said, "but beneath flows a current far more powerful, the money energy that sustains all life." Malik taught Lena that prosperity was not contained in coins or trades, but in the invisible force that moved through all things. Just as the river flows endlessly, he explained, wealth flows eternally through the universe. Your task is not to chase it, but to become a natural channel for its expression. This truth exists beyond the realm of mere physical wealth. Money energy pulses through the universe as surely as blood courses through your veins. It is not something to be grasped or hoarded, but a force to be aligned with and channeled. Like the river that brings life to all it touches, this energy seeks to flow through open channels. In the distant city of Amara, a merchant named Hassan discovered this truth through different means. His warehouses stood empty, his creditors growing impatient. One night in meditation, he felt the pulse of money energy for the first time. Instead of pursuing wealth with desperate intensity, he learned to open himself to its natural flow. Within months, his fortunes shifted dramatically, not through clever schemes or rigid plans, but through his alignment with this universal force. Hassan's transformation came not from external changes, but from his inner awakening to the true nature of prosperity. He became like a well-placed channel in the great river of abundance, allowing wealth to flow naturally through his life and touch all those around him. The ancient practice of light stream meditation opens you to this same flow of money energy. Find a quiet space and close your eyes. Breathe deeply and imagine a brilliant golden light above you. This light represents the infinite stream of universal abundance. See it beginning to flow down toward you, growing stronger and brighter. Feel it touching the crown of your head, flowing through your body like a gentle river of light. As this stream flows through you, know that you are connecting with the eternal source of all prosperity. Let this light fill every cell, transforming you into a natural channel for abundance. Sit with this visualization for several minutes, allowing yourself to become one with the flow of money energy. Chapter 2. The Laws of Prosperity. In the annals of time, two kingdoms stood side by side, Auria and Farum. Though blessed with equal resources, their fates diverged like branches of the same river. The rulers of Auria understood the eternal laws of wealth. They recognized that money energy, like water, must flow freely to nourish all it touches. Their markets bustled not with the desperate exchange of coins, but with the joyful circulation of value. The kingdom's wealth multiplied as naturally as seeds scattered on fertile soil. Yet in Farum, the rulers clutched at gold with iron fists. They built great vaults and hoarded their treasures, failing to grasp that wealth, like air, must move to remain pure. Their actions violated the first law of money energy, that abundance must flow to grow. You see, the universe operates through immutable principles. Just as gravity governs the physical world, the laws of prosperity govern the flow of abundance. These laws care nothing for status or education. They respond only to alignment with their nature. The first law states that wealth must circulate. The second reveals that abundance follows attention. What you focus upon expands. The third teaches that gratitude magnetizes prosperity. These laws function with the precision of mathematics, yet require the wisdom of the heart to master. In the village of Aurea lived Maya, a humble weaver who grasped these principles intuitively. Though she began with only a single loom, she understood that her true wealth lay not in her possessions, but in her alignment with these universal laws. Each morning she gave thanks for the threads in her hands. With every cloth she wove, she focused not on lack, but on the value she created. Maya never hoarded her earnings, but kept them in constant, wise circulation, investing in finer materials, teaching others her craft, supporting the village market. She recognized herself as a channel through which money energy could flow and bless others. Within a year, her single loom had multiplied into a thriving workshop that supported dozens of families. The truth that transformed Maya's life awaits your discovery. Through daily practice, you too can align with these eternal laws of prosperity. Find a quiet moment each morning and speak these words with conviction. I am one with the infinite flow of abundance. Money energy moves through me freely, blessing all it touches. I give thanks for this eternal stream of prosperity, knowing that as I align with these universal laws, wealth flows naturally into my life. I am a channel for abundance, open to receive and wise in giving. Through me, the eternal laws of prosperity find perfect expression. Let these words sink deeply into your consciousness, planting seeds of abundance that will surely bloom. Chapter 3. Clearing Financial Blocks. In the heart of the ancient market of Zephyria, Kamal stood behind his stall of spices, surrounded by abundance yet unable to grasp it. Though his wares were the finest in the land, an invisible force seemed to repel prosperity from his grasp. You see, Kamal carried chains that no eye could perceive, each link forged from a memory of past failure, each shackle crafted from fear of future loss. These unseen bonds are not unique to Kamal. They wrap themselves around countless souls, restricting the natural flow of money energy. Like a stream blocked by fallen leaves, abundance cannot flow where mental barriers stand firm. The truth of these inner obstacles reveals itself in the patterns you create. When you resist receiving, when you undervalue your worth, when you fear success as much as failure, these are the shadows of your own invisible chains. In the western quarter of the same market there lived a potter named Amira. Her story illuminates the path to freedom. For years, she sold her vessels for far less than their worth, carrying the weight of her mother's words. Who would pay good money for simple clay pots? But one dawn, as she shaped clay on her wheel, understanding struck like morning light through temple windows. The beliefs that bound her were not her own. They were inherited stories, false tales accepted as truth. In that moment of clarity, Amira began the sacred work of unwinding these ancient bindings. With each pot she crafted, she released one link of doubt. With every fair price she set, another shackle of unworthiness fell away. You too carry such chains forged in moments long past. Yet know this, what was created can be dissolved. The power to release these bonds lies within your own awareness. To begin this liberation, sit in silence as the first light of dawn touches the sky. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, allowing your awareness to settle into your body. Visualize yourself standing in a garden of golden light. This light represents the infinite flow of money energy that surrounds you always. Now, with gentle attention, notice where you feel resistance to this light. Where does your body tense? What thoughts arise to deny your worthiness? These are your chains becoming visible. Speak to each resistance with compassion. I see you. I understand why you came to be. And now, I release you with love. Watch as each chain dissolves into the golden light, transforming from barrier to blessing. End this practice by declaring, I now release all barriers to abundance. I am worthy of prosperity. I accept the natural flow of money energy through my life. All past limitations dissolve in the light of this truth. This ancient practice, when performed daily, holds the power to unravel the deepest bonds that restrict your prosperity. Just as Amira freed herself, link by link, you too can release the chains that have held your abundance in check. Chapter 4. Aligning with Abundance. In the city of Aurelia, where golden minarets pierce the clouds, the festival of abundance transformed the streets into rivers of celebration. As the story has been passed down through generations, this sacred gathering held a power beyond mere festivity. It carried the ancient secrets of vibrational alignment with wealth. Through the winding alleys decorated with shimmering silk banners, merchants and peasants alike moved in harmony with the rhythm of prosperity. At the heart of these celebrations stood the Temple of the Golden Light, where pilgrims learned the art of matching their inner frequency to that of abundance. The vibration of wealth flows like music through the universe, ever present and eternal. When you align your own energy with this frequency, you open channels through which prosperity naturally flows. This alignment begins with the simple yet powerful practice of gratitude. Each blessing acknowledged becomes a note in the symphony of abundance. When you express genuine appreciation for what you possess, be it a copper coin or a chest of gold, you tune yourself to receive more. This is not mere wishful thinking, but a fundamental law of energy. Your thoughts and feelings emit specific frequencies. When these frequencies match the vibration of prosperity, you become like a magnet to wealth. Through positive affirmations spoken with conviction, you adjust your personal vibration to resonate with abundance. Consider the tale of Ibrahim, who once begged for crumbs beneath the temple steps. Each dawn, despite his empty pockets, he would touch the earth and whisper thanks for its bounty. With each passing day, his gratitude grew stronger and his energy shifted to match the frequency of prosperity. First came small coins, then opportunities, until he rose to become the city's most generous benefactor. Ibrahim understood that wealth flows not to those who merely wish for it, but to those who vibrate in harmony with it. His transformation began not with external change, but with internal alignment. To align yourself with the frequency of abundance, find a quiet space as the sun rises. Take your journal and write with complete honesty about your current relationship with wealth. Notice any discord between your desires and your inner beliefs. Then pen these words: I am grateful for all forms of abundance in my life. List every blessing, no matter how small. Feel the genuine appreciation fill your being. This feeling is your key to vibrational alignment. Next, write an affirmation that resonates deeply with your soul. I am aligned with the infinite flow of prosperity. Wealth comes to me easily and naturally. Speak these words aloud, allowing their vibration to fill your body. Continue this practice daily, watching how your energy shifts to match the frequency of abundance. Like Ibrahim, your transformation begins with this inner alignment. Chapter 5. The Power of Giving. In a village among rolling hills, there lived a baker named Hassan whose warm bread matched the warmth of his heart. Each morning, as the sun painted the sky in hues of amber, he would set aside fresh loaves for those who could not afford to pay. You see, Hassan understood a truth that many overlook. The flow of giving creates channels through which abundance returns. As you give freely, you align yourself with the natural circulation of wealth in the universe. When children pressed their noses against his window, drawn by the aroma of freshly baked bread, Hassan would invite them in, offering golden crusts with a smile. He never counted what he gave, for he knew that counting restricts the flow of generosity. Soon, mysterious blessings began flowing into his life. Farmers brought him their finest wheat without charge. Travelers spread word of his bread to distant lands, bringing new customers to his door. His small bakery flourished not through careful hoarding, but through the magical mathematics of giving. The universe operates through circulation. When you give with an open heart, you create space for new abundance to enter. This is not mere coincidence, but a fundamental law of energy exchange. Let us contrast this with the tale of Marcus, a wealthy merchant in the same village. He stored his gold in iron chests, checking them thrice daily, fearful of loss. His wealth became stagnant, like water in a pond with no outlet. As his fear of lack grew stronger, his customers dwindled, and his storage rooms filled with rotting goods. The difference between Hassan and Marcus reveals an essential truth. Wealth, like bread, grows stale when hoarded. It multiplies when shared. This multiplication occurs not through logical calculation, but through the mystical alchemy of generosity. To experience this truth in your own life, embrace the practice of conscious giving. For 7 days, create opportunities to give freely. This might be a coin to a stranger, a meal shared with a neighbor, or simply your time offered in service. As you give, release all expectation of return. Simply observe how this practice affects the flow of abundance in your life. Notice the subtle shifts in your energy, the unexpected opportunities that arise, the mysterious ways in which the universe responds to your generosity. Remember Hassan's wisdom. It is not the size of the gift that matters, but the spirit in which it is given. Let your giving flow from a place of abundance rather than obligation, and watch as the universal law of multiplication works through you. Each evening, record in your journal how you gave that day and what you observed. Did doors open unexpectedly? Did help arrive from unexpected sources? This practice will reveal to you the hidden pathways through which abundance flows. Chapter 6. Financial Intentions. In the heart of an ancient city stood a tower that reached toward the heavens, its gleaming spires a testament to the power of clear intention. Before this marvel existed, there lived a builder named Zahir, who carried its image in his mind with unwavering clarity. You possess this same power of intention that Zahir wielded. Like him, you can shape the formless into form through the crystal clarity of your vision. Each morning, Zahir would sit in silence, seeing every detail of his tower in his mind's eye. He felt the smooth marble beneath his fingers, witnessed the play of light through its windows, and experienced the joy of completion, all before a single stone was laid. His intention was not a mere wish, but a seed planted in fertile soil, watered with the energy of absolute certainty. As you seek to manifest wealth, understand that vague desires yield vague results. Witness the tale of Ibrahim, a merchant who simply wished for more money. His unfocused intention led him to chase every opportunity, spreading his energy thin like water on sand. His ventures faltered, for the universe responds not to scattered wishes, but to focused intention. The law of intention demands specificity. When you plant a seed, you do not wish for some kind of plant. You envision the exact flower you wish to bloom. So must it be with your financial aspirations. Return to Zahir's wisdom. Each stone of his tower was first placed in thought before it was set in mortar. He infused his intention with such vivid detail that others could see it too, drawing to him the exact resources, workers, and circumstances needed for its creation. To harness this power in your own life, you must craft your financial intentions with similar precision. Begin now with this ancient practice of intention setting. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Now, picture your desired financial state with absolute clarity. What exact number represents abundance to you? How will this wealth flow into your life? Feel the emotions of already possessing this abundance. Write your intention in present tense as if it already exists. Include specific amounts, dates, and paths of manifestation. Place this written intention where you'll see it daily, and each morning, spend a few moments not just reading it but feeling it as your current reality. Like Zahir's tower, your financial abundance begins as a clear vision in mind before it manifests in the material world. Let your intention become as real to you as the ground beneath your feet, and watch as the universe aligns to bring it into being. Chapter 7. Money Mindsets. In the highlands of a distant realm, a wise elder named Khalim sat with his young apprentice beneath an ancient oak tree. The apprentice, though born to wealth, carried within him seeds of scarcity that threatened to wither his inheritance. You, like this young heir, may possess abundant resources yet find yourself bound by invisible chains of thought. The mind shapes reality as surely as water shapes stone, and your thoughts about wealth determine its flow in your life. Watch the stream, Kaleem instructed his charge. See how it moves differently through various channels. Your thoughts about money create similar pathways. The elder drew 3 circles in the earth. In the first, he placed a stone that blocked the flow. This represents the mind that believes money is scarce and must be hoarded. In the second, he created a clear channel. This shows the mind that knows abundance flows freely. The third, he left open to the sky. This reflects the mind that knows wealth has no limits. Your own mind harbors one of these patterns. Perhaps you view money as a finite resource, something to grip tightly lest it slip away. Or you might see it as a flow to be directed, but still limited. The highest wisdom recognizes money as infinite, as boundless as the air you breathe. Consider the tale of Nasir, who once begged in the marketplace. Each day he collected only copper coins, because his mind could not conceive of gold. Then one morning, he witnessed a merchant's kindness to a stranger and realized abundance flowed to those who believed in its existence. That very day, Nasir began to see himself not as a beggar, but as a merchant in waiting. Within a year, he owned a small stall, his mind having created the very reality he envisioned. To transform your financial destiny, you must first transform your thoughts about wealth. The ancient practice of mindset cultivation will guide this transformation. Each sunrise, find a quiet moment. Place 2 coins before you, 1 copper, 1 gold. Close your eyes and feel the energy of abundance flowing through you. Speak these words with conviction. I am a channel for infinite abundance. Wealth flows to me easily and naturally. My mind is open to prosperity in all its forms. Hold each coin in turn, allowing their energy to remind you that all forms of wealth are equally accessible to the properly aligned mind. Continue this practice for 40 days, for it is written that this is the time required for thought to transform into truth. Your mind will gradually shift from scarcity to abundance, from limitation to possibility, from fear to faith in the infinite flow of prosperity. Chapter 8. The Spiritual Side of Money. In the heart of an ancient forest where sunlight filtered through emerald leaves like golden coins, a spiritual wanderer named Maya discovered a truth that would transform her understanding of wealth forever. As she walked the moss-covered path, each step brought her closer to a clearing where the veil between the material and spiritual worlds grew thin. You must understand that money, in its purest form, carries the same divine energy that flows through all creation. Just as water can nurture or destroy, wealth holds the potential for both sacred purpose and worldly attachment. In that mystical grove, Maya witnessed streams of light taking the form of golden threads, weaving through the forest like rivers of prosperity. A voice carried on the wind spoke ancient wisdom. Money is neither pure nor impure. It is the intention behind it that determines its nature. The truth lies not in rejecting wealth, but in recognizing its role in the greater tapestry of existence. When you align your relationship with money to spiritual principles, it becomes a force for universal good, a tool for elevating not just yourself but all those around you. Let the tale of King Rashad serve as guidance. He ruled a prosperous kingdom yet used his wealth solely for personal gain, building monuments to his own glory while his people suffered. One night, a divine messenger appeared in his dreams, showing him how his gold could have fed thousands, educated children, and healed the sick. Upon waking, Rashad found his treasury empty. a powerful lesson that wealth without spiritual purpose turns to dust. To connect with the sacred nature of money, practice this ancient visualization. Sit in silence as the sun rises. Place a coin in your palm and close your eyes. Imagine pure white light flowing into the coin, transforming it into a vessel of divine energy. Speak these words. Through me, wealth serves the highest good. I am a channel for sacred abundance. Visualize the light spreading from the coin, touching all aspects of your life and the lives of others. Feel how money can become a bridge between spiritual intention and worldly action. Chapter 9. Overcoming Scarcity. In a valley where the earth cracked like ancient pottery, the people of Riverstone gathered each morning to gaze at empty clouds. Their wells had run dry, their crops withered, and their spirits dimmed with each passing day. Yet within this tale of apparent lack lies a powerful teaching about the nature of abundance. You see, the villagers' minds had become as parched as their land. Each morning, they spoke of what they lacked, counted their dwindling supplies, and reinforced the very scarcity they feared. Until one day an elder named Ibrahim emerged from his humble dwelling with a curious gleam in his eyes. Ibrahim began to water the dusty ground before his home each morning with his last precious drops. His neighbors watched in disbelief, whispering that he had lost his mind. But Ibrahim simply smiled and said, "The universe mirrors what we believe to be true." The universal law of abundance operates like a great mirror, reflecting back the images you hold in your mind. When you focus on lack, you create more experiences of scarcity. When you cultivate thoughts of abundance, even in the face of apparent emptiness, you open channels for prosperity to flow. Ibrahim taught the villagers to give thanks for the rain before it arrived. Each morning they gathered to express gratitude for the moisture in the air, the clouds forming on the horizon, and the promise of renewal. They began to plan their harvests, prepare their fields, and speak of abundance as if it were already present. Within weeks, clouds gathered above Riverstone. The rain, when it came, fell first as a gentle mist, then as life-giving sheets that transformed the parched valley into a tapestry of green abundance. To transform your own garden of prosperity from drought to abundance, practice this ancient ritual of manifestation. Create your own prosperity plan through this sacred practice. Find a quiet space at dawn or dusk. Light a candle and write down every area of your life where scarcity thoughts have taken root. Next to each, write its abundant opposite. For each lack-based thought, speak aloud, "I release the illusion of scarcity." Then state your new abundance affirmation. "I am open to receiving unlimited prosperity in all forms." Keep this document as a living testament to your transformation, adding to it as new awareness dawns. Chapter 10. Daily Practices for Wealth. In the hidden chambers of an ancient citadel, Master Thaddeus worked his mystical craft. His hands moved with practiced grace as he combined elements that represented the forces of abundance: golden marigold petals for prosperity, emerald leaves for growth, and crystalline water for flow. You possess within yourself the same transformative power that flows through the universe. Like the alchemist's art, your daily practices can transmute ordinary moments into golden opportunities for abundance. The sacred ritual of wealth attraction begins with the first rays of dawn. As sunlight touches the earth, so must your consciousness touch the infinite source of abundance. Through the quiet moments of meditation, you open yourself to receive the day's blessings, just as Master Thaddeus opened his vessel to receive universal wisdom. Your thoughts are like the alchemist's ingredients. Each one carries specific energy that contributes to your prosperity potion. Gratitude serves as the catalyst, activating the power of all other elements. Recognition of current blessings multiplies their presence in your life. Master Thaddeus taught these secrets to young Marcus, who arrived at the citadel carrying only a worn copper coin. Wealth flows not from what you hold, the master explained, but from how you hold it. Each morning Marcus learned to bless his coin, infusing it with intention and gratitude. He practiced visualization, seeing his small treasure multiply like seeds in fertile soil. The true alchemy of abundance requires consistent practice. Through daily ritual, you program your energy field to resonate with prosperity. Just as Master Thaddeus maintained his sacred space with precise care, you must maintain your wealth consciousness with unwavering dedication. To harness these ancient principles, embrace this transformative practice. Create your personal wealth ritual to be performed at sunrise. Begin by placing a coin or bill in a special vessel. Light a candle representing the eternal flame of abundance. Sit in peaceful meditation for 11 minutes, breathing in prosperity and exhaling limitation. Hold your money symbol and speak these words 3 times. I am one with the infinite source of abundance. Through me flows the golden energy of prosperity. I receive and circulate wealth with joy and gratitude. Complete your ritual by anointing your money symbol with a drop of essential oil, such as cinnamon or patchouli, and carrying it with you throughout the day as a reminder of your connection to universal abundance. Part 2. Deepening Financial Wisdom. Chapter 11. Tapping into the Cosmic Wealth. In the ancient scrolls there lies a tale of Aurelia, a forgotten city that shimmered with golden light. The gods had blessed this sacred place with endless abundance, where precious gems grew like flowers in gardens and streams flowed with liquid gold. Yet, as ages passed, the city vanished from memory, existing only in whispered legends. You must understand that the infinite wealth of Aurelia mirrors the boundless prosperity that exists within the cosmic realm. Like young Samira, who discovered the lost city's entrance hidden beneath morning mist, you too stand at the threshold of unlimited abundance. As Samira wandered through Aurelia's ethereal streets, she noticed something remarkable. The city's riches responded to the energy of her thoughts. When her heart filled with wonder and gratitude, the gems glowed brighter, and the golden streams flowed stronger. The gods had not merely blessed the city with material wealth. They had imbued it with the power to teach the supreme law of cosmic abundance. This universal truth reveals that abundance flows not from external sources, but through your connection to the infinite. Just as Aurelia's wealth manifested through divine alignment, your prosperity emerges when you attune yourself to the cosmic source. In a distant valley lived Eldred, an aged weaver whose hands moved with divine inspiration. While others created simple cloth, Eldred's tapestries captured starlight and dawn's first rays. Merchants offered mountains of gold for his work, yet Eldred smiled knowingly. I merely open myself to the universe's gifts, he would say, and allow its abundance to flow through my fingers. To access this infinite source of prosperity, practice this sacred visualization. Find a quiet space as the sun rises. Close your eyes and imagine standing before a magnificent golden doorway, the entrance to your own Aurelia. Feel the warmth of divine abundance radiating from beyond. Take 3 deep breaths, and with each exhale, watch the door slowly open. Golden light streams forth, surrounding you in its radiance. Allow this light to fill every cell of your being, knowing it carries the essence of infinite prosperity. Spend several minutes basking in this connection, feeling yourself as one with the cosmic source of all abundance. Complete the practice by placing your hands over your heart, sealing this divine connection within. Chapter 12. The karma of money. In the ancient scrolls of wisdom, there lives a tale of two siblings, Maya and Kai, who stood before their father's will. Their inheritance reflected not the equality of their birth, but the essence of their thoughts and deeds through the years. Maya had always shared her bread with those in need, offered shelter to wandering souls, and planted trees whose fruits would feed generations to come. When the will was read, she received a modest shop in the marketplace, yet within months that small shop flourished, drawing customers like moths to flame, for they sensed the warmth of her spirit in every transaction. Kai inherited the family's vast trading fleet, yet his vessels seemed cursed by storms, his cargo spoiled before reaching port. In his youth, he had hoarded his wealth, turned away the hungry, and saw only profit in every exchange. His inherited fortune dwindled like sand through his fingers. The universe speaks through the language of energy, and your financial destiny flows from the seeds you plant in the garden of karma. Every thought of lack sows thorns in your path to abundance. Each act of generosity waters the flowers of prosperity. In the marketplace of Zephyria, there lived a merchant named Hassan, whose ledgers were heavy with debt and deceit. His nights were haunted by the faces of those he had cheated, until one morning, awakening from a dream of golden light, he began to change. For each person he had wronged, Hassan offered double restitution. For every harsh word spoken in business, he gave a blessing. Slowly his spirit lightened, and with it, his fortunes turned. New opportunities appeared like spring blossoms after winter's frost. To cleanse your financial karma and open new channels of abundance, practice this sacred ritual. As twilight approaches, light a white candle. Take 3 pieces of parchment. On the first, write all financial regrets that weigh upon your spirit. On the second, inscribe forgiveness for yourself and others in all money matters. On the third, write your intentions for creating positive financial karma. Read each aloud by candlelight, feeling the weight of the past dissolve. Then, with reverence, burn the first 2 papers, letting the smoke carry away old energies. Keep the third as your covenant with the universe, and let its wisdom guide your path forward. Chapter 13. Wealth in Relationships. In the ancient marketplace of Alamara, where spice-laden winds carried whispers of fortune, 2 traders discovered a truth as old as commerce itself. Jasper and Nassim, different as sun and moon, found their paths crossing beneath the striped awnings of the Grand Bazaar. Jasper excelled at discovering rare treasures from distant lands, while Nassim possessed an uncanny ability to know precisely what the people of Alamara desired. Where one saw possibility, the other recognized value. When one spoke, the other listened with genuine interest. Their partnership began simply, Jasper sharing space in Nassim's shop to display his found treasures. As trust bloomed between them like desert flowers after rain, their combined talents created something greater than either could achieve alone. Their shop became known as the place where dreams materialized into treasures, where every customer felt the harmony of their partnership reflected in each transaction. Money energy flows most freely through channels of trust and mutual respect. When you align with others who complement your gifts, wealth multiplies like light reflected between mirrors. Each supportive relationship in your life becomes a gateway through which abundance can flow. Yet this wisdom finds its shadow in the tale of Omar and Karim, merchants who once ruled the silk trade in the Western Quarter. Their partnership, built on mutual suspicion and carefully worded contracts, crumbled like dry clay. Omar hoarded information about their suppliers, while Karim kept their ledgers in secret code. Their mistrust created invisible walls through which even the most determined wealth could not pass. The universe responds to the energy between souls. When you approach relationships with generosity and trust, you create bridges over which prosperity can travel. When you harbor suspicion and fear, you build dams that block the natural flow of abundance. To align your relationships with the flow of prosperity, practice this ancient ritual of connection. Sit in stillness as the sun rises. Place 2 coins of equal value before you. Between them, lay a white thread. Close your eyes and envision each significant relationship in your financial life. For those that feel strained, imagine golden light dissolving any barriers between you. For those that support your growth, see the light growing stronger. Touch each coin in turn, infusing them with your intention for harmonious financial relationships. Carry 1 coin with you and gift the other to someone who supports your prosperity path. Let the white thread be a bridge between you, a symbol of trust that attracts abundance. Chapter 14. Spiritual Investments. In the sacred valley of the ancients, where wisdom flowed like crystal streams, lived a master of both material and spiritual wealth named Rahim. Each morning, as dawn painted the sky in gold, he tended to his mystical garden, a place where flowers bloomed with supernatural vibrancy and fruits held the sweetness of divine nectar. Many sought Rahim's counsel on matters of wealth, expecting to learn of gold and silver. Instead, he would lead them to his garden and speak of different kinds of deposits. The universe, he would say, responds not to what you have, but to what you cultivate within. Your spiritual wealth determines your material abundance. Just as a garden requires more than seeds, it needs attention, love, and care. Your prosperity requires investments beyond monetary measures. Each act of kindness, moment of gratitude, and breath of meditation plants seeds in the fertile soil of your soul. These investments yield returns that transcend earthly measure. When you deposit compassion into the universal bank of good deeds, it returns multiplied. When you invest time in spiritual practice, the dividends appear as opportunities in your material world. Your meditation becomes magnetic, attracting resources aligned with your highest good. Yet this wisdom finds its counterpoint in the tale of Darius, the wealthy merchant of the western shores. His coffers overflowed with gold, but his soul's account lay empty. He spurned the temple's call to prayer, ignored the pleas of those in need, and measured his worth solely in coins. When autumn storms claimed his ships and winter thieves emptied his vaults, he discovered too late that he had made no deposits into the eternal treasury of spirit. The spiritual practice for building your soul's wealth requires attention to 3 divine currencies: stillness, service, and gratitude. Find a quiet space as the sun rises. Light a candle representing your spiritual wealth. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, making your first deposit of stillness into the universal bank. Next, write down 3 acts of service you will perform today. These are your investments in others' well-being. Finally, speak aloud 3 blessings in your life, depositing gratitude into your soul's account. Perform this practice daily, watching as your spiritual investments manifest material abundance. Chapter 15. The Energy of Money. In the depths of an ancient forest where moonlight danced through silver-leaf trees, a merchant named Kai found himself lost among paths that seemed to shift and change. As night descended, he encountered an unusual sight, a clearing bathed in ethereal light, where an aged wizard named Eldred sat before a floating sphere of pure golden energy. "You seek direction," Eldred spoke, his eyes reflecting the sphere's glow. "Yet you are more lost in your understanding of wealth than you are in these woods." The wizard gestured, and the sphere transformed into streams of light that flowed like river currents through the air. Money, he explained, is not the solid thing you believe it to be. It flows like water, moves like wind, and responds to the energy you direct toward it. Through the night, you will discover the true nature of monetary energy. Like the wizard's sphere, wealth exists first as pure potential, taking form only when shaped by intention and belief. Every coin, every transaction carries the energy of its journey, the joy of earning, the gratitude of receiving, the intention of spending. The wizard taught Kai to see the invisible currents of abundance that flowed through the forest. Your thoughts and feelings are like hands molding clay, he explained. When you approach money with fear, it becomes rigid and stagnant. When you embrace it with joy and purpose, it flows freely. Yet in the valley beyond the forest lay the village of Merkstone, where the people had forgotten these truths. Though blessed with abundant resources, their collective fear and mistrust had created a dense fog of scarcity that hung over their homes. Their wealth diminished not through poor fortune, but through their own misalignment with money's natural flow. To reset your connection with money's energy, perform this sacred ritual as the moon waxes. Place a coin in a bowl of pure water under moonlight. Sit before it and observe how the metal catches light, creating patterns on the water's surface. This coin represents all wealth, past, present, and future, flowing through your life. Hold your hands over the bowl, palms down, and feel the energy between your hands and the water. Speak these words. I align myself with the pure energy of abundance. As this water cleanses this coin, so too is my relationship with money cleansed. I am now a clear channel for prosperity's flow. Leave the bowl until morning. Then use the coin as a reminder of your renewed connection to wealth's true nature. The water, now charged with intention, should be returned to the earth, completing the cycle of energy. Chapter 16. Manifesting through meditation. High in the mist-shrouded peaks, where the air grows thin and thoughts become crystal clear, Master Zhang gathered his disciples at dawn. The ancient sage sat cross-legged on a flat stone, his presence radiating an unmistakable energy of abundance. Wealth, he spoke, his voice carrying on the mountain breeze, begins in the silent chambers of your mind. You will learn, as his disciples did, that the practice of focused meditation creates ripples in the fabric of reality itself. Through stillness, you access the universal field where all possibilities exist, including the manifestation of material prosperity. Master Zhang instructed his followers to observe a golden leaf catching the morning light. When your mind achieves perfect focus, he taught, the energy of your thoughts begins to shape the physical world. This is not mere philosophy. Modern quantum physics reveals how consciousness influences matter at its most fundamental level. Among his disciples sat Lin, a former merchant's son who had arrived penniless and desperate. For months, Lin struggled to still his racing thoughts, his mind clouded by worries of debt and lack. Yet under Master Zhang's guidance, he learned to enter the depths of meditation where abundance flows freely. One morning, while deep in his practice, Lin experienced a profound shift. The very ground beneath him seemed to pulse with possibility. Following this inner guidance, he discovered a long-lost cache of precious gems in a mountain cave, exactly as he had envisioned in his meditations. To align yourself with this ancient practice of wealth manifestation, find a quiet space as the sun rises. Sit comfortably and place a small object of value, a coin or jewel, before you. Begin by focusing on your breath, allowing each inhale to fill you with golden light, each exhale releasing all thoughts of scarcity. As your mind settles, visualize your desired financial state with absolute clarity. See yourself surrounded by abundance. Feel the emotion of having achieved your goals. Hold this vision with unwavering focus for several minutes, allowing it to become more real than your current circumstances. Complete this practice by touching the object before you, infusing it with the energy of your meditation. Carry it as a physical anchor to your manifestation practice, a bridge between the realm of pure potential and material reality. Chapter 17. Abundance Affirmations. In the heart of an ancient city stood a cathedral whose spires reached toward heaven like fingers of light. Within its hallowed walls, a remarkable transformation occurred each dawn as the choir gathered to sing their sacred affirmations into the awakening world. Through the stone archways and across the cobbled streets, their harmonious voices carried words of abundance. I am one with the infinite source of wealth, and prosperity flows to me as naturally as breath. The townsfolk who heard these melodious declarations found their fortunes shifting, their businesses flourishing, their cups overflowing. The power of spoken truth vibrates at frequencies that reshape reality itself. When words of abundance are voiced with conviction, they pierce the veil between thought and manifestation. Your voice holds this same transformative power. In the cathedral's secluded chapel dwelled Brother Marcus, who had taken a vow of silence years before. Yet in his solitude he discovered that even whispered affirmations carried immense power. Each morning, he would touch the cathedral stones and breathe his affirmations so softly they were barely audible. I am blessed with divine abundance, and wealth flows through me as an instrument of good. Over time, the stones near his prayer spot began to gleam with golden specks, as if his words had transformed the very matter they touched. Visitors who pressed their hands against these stones found their own financial fortunes mysteriously enhanced. To harness the power of spoken affirmations, stand before a mirror at sunrise or sunset. Begin by taking 3 deep breaths to center yourself. Then, with clear intention and unwavering conviction, speak these words of power. I am a magnet for unlimited abundance. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. My wealth grows daily, blessing all it touches. I am worthy of profound prosperity. Repeat each affirmation 7 times, allowing your voice to resonate with increasing certainty. Feel the vibration of each word in your body, knowing that your voice shapes the energy field around you. Complete this practice by placing your hand over your heart and whispering, and so it is. Chapter 18. Prosperous Health. In the valleys of an ancient kingdom lived a healer named Jin, whose wisdom extended beyond the healing arts to the very essence of abundance. As villagers sought his counsel for their ailments, he observed a pattern as clear as mountain streams. Those who neglected their physical temple often struggled to maintain their wealth. Your body is the vessel through which abundance flows, Jin would say, as he prepared his healing herbs. When this vessel is strong, wealth finds an easy path. When weak, it creates a dam in the river of prosperity. Jin shared tales of the legendary warriors of the eastern mountains, whose disciplined care of their bodies led to extraordinary success in all endeavors. These warriors understood that physical vitality generated an energy that attracted gold as naturally as flowers attract bees. Their morning practices of movement and breath work preceded their most profitable ventures, and their evening rituals of reflection and rest sealed their daily gains. You possess this same vessel of potential, waiting to be strengthened and aligned with the currents of prosperity. When you honor your physical form, you create a foundation strong enough to support towers of abundance. Yet in the neighboring town lived Merchant Wei, whose coffers overflowed while his body withered. Though his wealth could purchase the finest silks, his weakened state prevented him from enjoying their touch. His story serves as a reminder that true prosperity flows through a balanced vessel. Wealth without health, Jin would explain, is like trying to fill a cracked jar with precious oil. The treasure seeps away before it can be truly held. To forge this vital connection between physical wellness and financial abundance, begin each day with this sacred practice. Stand barefoot on the earth as the sun rises. Draw 3 deep breaths, imagining golden light filling your body from feet to crown. Move through 7 gentle stretches, each one opening a channel for prosperity to flow. As your body awakens, speak this truth. My vibrant health attracts abundant wealth. Complete your practice by placing both hands over your heart center, feeling the pulse of life and prosperity beating as one. Hold this position for 3 minutes, allowing your body's wisdom to magnify your capacity for wealth. This ritual, passed down through generations of healers, aligns your physical energy with the universal flow of abundance. Practice it daily, and watch as your strengthened vessel naturally attracts greater prosperity. Chapter 19. Wealth Visualization Techniques. In the sun-drenched studios of Florence, Master Leonardo crafted not merely paintings, but portals to prosperity. His brush strokes carried an energy so potent that those who commissioned his works found their fortunes mysteriously multiplying. You must understand that visualization holds power beyond the realm of imagination. Like Master Leonardo, your mind can paint pictures that the universe transforms into reality. The ancient masters knew this truth. What you see within manifests without. In his workshop, Leonardo would spend hours in meditation before touching brush to canvas. The painting exists first in the mind, he would say, then the hand merely follows. His patrons who gazed upon these works discovered their own visions of abundance taking form in their lives. The universe responds to clear images held steadily in mind. When you create a detailed picture of your desired prosperity, you align yourself with the creative force that shapes reality. This is not mere daydreaming, but rather the conscious direction of universal energy. Among Leonardo's students was Marco, a boy from humble origins who swept the studio floors. Each night, Marco would study the master's techniques, not with brush and paint, but with his mind's eye. He visualized himself creating works of such beauty that nobles would seek his art. Day after day, he held this vision, feeling the weight of coins in his purse and seeing his name celebrated throughout Italy. Within a year, Marco's talent emerged so brilliantly that wealthy patrons began commissioning his work. His visualization had opened channels through which abundance could flow, transforming his reality just as surely as paint transforms canvas. To harness this transformative power, practice this ancient technique. Gather images that represent your desired prosperity, coins, gardens, homes, or symbols of abundance. Arrange these in a circular pattern before you. Light a single candle and sit in contemplation. Allow your eyes to soften as you gaze at each image, breathing life into it within your mind. Feel yourself stepping into each picture, experiencing the wealth it represents with all your senses. Touch the cool metal of coins, smell the fragrance of success, hear the sounds of abundance. Maintain this practice for 20 minutes, ending by placing your hand over your heart and whispering, "As I envision, so it becomes." The masters of old used this method to manifest their greatest works. Now this knowledge passes to you, a brush with which to paint your prosperous future. Chapter 20. Ethical Wealth. In the ancient realm of Kairos, where fortunes rose and fell with the ruler's temperamental decrees, lived a merchant named Malik. Each morning he would watch as fellow traders scrambled to curry favor with the king, their wealth as unstable as leaves in an autumn wind. The palace advisor Nassim observed this chaos from his tower chamber. Through years of study, he had uncovered the eternal laws that govern true prosperity, laws that transcended the whims of any mortal ruler. You see, wealth built on shifting sands of favor cannot endure. The universe operates through immutable principles that reward integrity and ethical conduct. Like water flowing downstream, abundance naturally moves toward those who align with these sacred laws. One evening, as Malik contemplated bribing a palace guard for preferential treatment, Nassim approached him. "The coins you clutch so tightly become chains that bind you," the advisor said. "Release them and watch how honest dealings multiply your wealth sevenfold." Through Nassim's guidance, Malik learned that ethical prosperity flows from 4 eternal springs: truthful words, fair exchanges, genuine value creation, and service to others. When you align your actions with these principles, you tap into the natural current of abundance that sustains all life. In the marketplace dwelled another merchant, Rashad, whose scales were weighted to deceive. His coffers filled quickly, but his wealth slipped away just as fast, lost to fines, stolen by thieves who sensed his dishonesty, or squandered on schemes to avoid detection. After witnessing Malik's transformation, Rashad sought Nassim's counsel. "Your deceptions create ripples that return as waves of loss," the advisor explained. "Each honest transaction plants a seed of prosperity that grows into a mighty tree." Gradually, Rashad reformed his practices. Though his daily profits decreased initially, his reputation for integrity drew customers from distant lands. His wealth grew steadily, built on the bedrock of trust rather than the quicksand of deceit. To embrace ethical prosperity in your own life, perform this ancient practice of commitment. Light 3 candles representing truth, fairness, and service. On a clean sheet of parchment, write your pledge to uphold ethical principles in all financial dealings. Be specific. Detail how you will conduct business with integrity, create genuine value, and serve others through your work. Sign this document and speak your commitment aloud 3 times. Keep this pledge where you will see it daily, letting it guide your choices in moments of temptation. Through this practice, you align yourself with the eternal laws of ethical prosperity, ensuring that your wealth flows from and returns to pure sources. Part 3. Mastery of Money Energy. Chapter 21. Becoming a Money Magnet. In the heart of the ancient bazaar of Al-Mashriq, where spices perfumed the air and gold glinted in the sunlight, Hassan's stall overflowed with customers, while his neighbor Ibrahim stood empty. Day after day, wealth seemed to flow naturally toward Hassan as though carried by an invisible current. You possess this same magnetic power within you. The difference between those who attract prosperity and those who repel it lies not in their actions, but in their energy. One morning, as Ibrahim watched another potential customer drift away, Hassan approached his stall. "Your goods are fine, yet wealth eludes you," Hassan observed. "The universe responds not to what you sell, but to what you emanate." Hassan shared an ancient truth. Money, like water, flows along the path of least resistance. When your energy aligns with abundance, wealth naturally gravitates toward you. Those who struggle, often unknowingly, create barriers through their thoughts and feelings about money. "Watch how I welcome each coin," Hassan demonstrated, receiving payment from a customer with genuine gratitude. "Each piece of gold carries energy. When we receive it with joy and reverence, we become a natural channel for more to flow. Ibrahim learned that becoming a money magnet requires 3 elements: clear energy, grateful reception, and joyful circulation. By clearing his thoughts of scarcity, welcoming wealth with appreciation, and allowing money to flow both in and out with ease, he began to shift his frequency. Across the city lived Karim, once a beggar who slept beneath the market's awnings. He discovered these same principles through a wandering mystic. By practicing energy alignment, Karim transformed his relationship with money. First, coins appeared more frequently in his bowl. Then opportunities arose, leading him to become one of the city's most generous benefactors. To activate your own magnetic pull toward wealth, practice this ancient money magnetization ritual. Sit in silence as the sun rises. Place a coin in your right palm, feeling its weight and temperature. Close your eyes and imagine golden light flowing from your heart into the coin, charging it with magnetic energy. Visualize this coin as a magnet, pulling streams of wealth toward you from all directions. Feel the sensation of money flowing effortlessly into your life. Hold this vision until your body tingles with anticipation. Then, place the coin in a special pouch, carrying it as your personal wealth magnet. Each evening, hold it again, expressing gratitude for the day's abundance. This practice, performed with consistency, awakens your natural ability to attract prosperity. Chapter 22. Prosperity and Practice. In the fertile valley of the ancients, where wisdom flowed as freely as the irrigation channels, lived Zahir, a farmer whose crops flourished beyond measure. His secret lay not in the seeds he planted, but in the consciousness he cultivated. Each morning, as you too must learn, Zahir treated his fields as living extensions of universal abundance. He whispered gratitude to each seedling, blessed every furrow, and saw in his mind's eye the abundant harvest to come. His hands moved with purpose, each action infused with the knowledge that he worked not just with soil, but with the very essence of prosperity itself. The land responds to the energy we offer it, Zahir would say, running rich soil through his fingers. Just as money multiplies when treated with reverence, crops flourish when tended with prosperous thoughts. Across the stream lived Ahmad, whose fields yielded only meager harvests, despite working longer hours than Zahir. Ahmad approached his work with worry and doubt, seeing only the possibility of failure in every cloud that passed overhead. His movements were hurried, his thoughts focused on lack rather than abundance. The universal laws that govern prosperity touch every aspect of existence. Where Zahir saw each seed as a point of infinite potential, Ahmad counted his dwindling supplies with anxiety. Where Zahir blessed the rain as nourishment, Ahmad cursed it as either too much or too little. The difference lay not in their methods, but in their relationship with the principle of abundance. Zahir understood that prosperity consciousness must infuse every action, every moment, every breath. He transformed routine tasks into rituals of abundance. Each row planted became a line of gratitude written upon the earth, each watering a blessing bestowed. To integrate these principles into your daily life, practice this ancient ritual of prosperity consciousness. Choose one daily task, whether tending a garden, preparing a meal, or organizing your workspace. Stand quietly before beginning. Place your hands over your heart and set an intention to infuse this activity with prosperity consciousness. As you perform each movement, imagine golden light flowing from your hands, blessing everything you touch. Speak words of gratitude for the abundance this task will bring. Complete your work with full presence, seeing each action as a seed planted in the field of infinite potential. Close by, thanking the universe for the prosperity flowing through your life. This practice transforms mundane activities into powerful channels for wealth attraction. Chapter 23. Money and Spirituality. In the sacred halls of an ancient monastery nestled among mist-shrouded peaks, a truth awaits you, one that transcends the mere accumulation of earthly riches. Through the whispered wisdom of generations, you shall discover how true abundance flows not from what you possess, but from what you become. Within these hallowed walls lived Master Chen, whose eyes held the sparkle of one who had glimpsed life's deepest mysteries. As pilgrims gathered in the courtyard, he shared a tale that would illuminate the path to genuine wealth. Once there lived a merchant named Li Wei whose coffers overflowed with gold, Master Chen began. His mansion stretched across the hillside, yet his spirit dwelled in poverty. Each night, he would count his coins, finding only emptiness in their cold gleam. Li Wei's journey led him to this very monastery, where he sought answers to his growing despair. Here, among those who owned nothing yet possessed everything, he witnessed a richness that no amount of gold could buy. The monks in their simple robes carried themselves with the dignity of kings, their laughter echoing with genuine joy. Through patient guidance, Li Wei learned that spiritual wealth manifests in the radiance of a peaceful heart, in the abundance of compassion, and in the richness of wisdom. As his understanding deepened, his relationship with material wealth transformed. No longer did money serve as a substitute for fulfillment. Instead, it became a tool for expressing the abundance already present within his spirit. You too hold this potential within. Your journey to material prosperity must be anchored in spiritual truth. When you align your financial goals with your soul's purpose, money flows not as an end in itself, but as a natural expression of your inner wealth. To begin this sacred practice of spiritual wealth cultivation, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Light a candle, representing the eternal flame of abundance within you. Close your eyes and place your hands over your heart center. Breathe deeply, allowing each breath to fill you with golden light. Visualize this light expanding, encompassing both your spiritual and material aspirations. Speak these words with conviction. I am a vessel of infinite abundance, expressing wealth through spirit first, then form. Maintain this meditation for several minutes, feeling the unity of your spiritual and material nature. Complete the practice by offering gratitude for all forms of wealth in your life. Chapter 24. The Flow of Fortune. In the sun-drenched amphitheaters of ancient Greece, where wisdom and artistry intertwined, there lived a playwright named Theron whose works held more than mere entertainment. They carried the very essence of prosperity itself. Each time his plays graced the stage, a curious phenomenon occurred. Merchants who sponsored the performances found their warehouses mysteriously full. Actors who brought his characters to life discovered gold coins in unexpected places. Even the humble stagehands who moved his props experienced sudden turns of fortune. The secret lay not in the words themselves, but in how Theron aligned with the universal flow of abundance while creating. Before touching his quill to parchment, he would commune with the divine forces of creativity, allowing celestial inspiration to pour through him like pure golden light. His plays became vessels for prosperity's energy, touching all who participated in their performance. As word of this mysterious power spread, a rival playwright named Demetrius attempted to replicate Theron's success. He studied every word, copied every dramatic turn, yet his plays brought no such fortune to their performers. In his frustration, he confronted Theron, demanding to know the secret. "You seek to capture the wind in a jar," Theron told him gently. "True prosperity flows not from imitation, but from allowing yourself to become a pure channel for universal abundance. Each soul carries its own unique signature of wealth. To deny this is to block the very flow you wish to create. The universal energies of abundance seek authentic expression through your unique gifts. When you align your creative force with the infinite source of all prosperity, you become a natural conduit for wealth. This requires not technique, but surrender to the higher wisdom flowing through you. To activate your creative channel for prosperity, begin this sacred practice. Sit in silence before sunrise, facing east. Place your hands, palms up on your lap, symbolizing receptivity to universal abundance. Breathe deeply, imagining golden light entering through your crown and flowing down through your arms into your hands. Speak these words: I open myself as a pure channel for prosperity's creative force. Maintain this receptive state for several minutes, allowing images, ideas, or inspirations to arise naturally. Note any insights in a journal dedicated to this purpose. Complete this practice by expressing gratitude for your unique creative gifts and their role in manifesting abundance. This ancient practice aligns you with the same creative forces that have guided prosperity's flow since time began. Through consistent application, you will find your own authentic expression of wealth's eternal dance. Chapter 25. The Cycle of Prosperity. In the heart of a distant land lay the city of Aurovale, where golden domes caught the morning sun and markets hummed with the steady rhythm of commerce. Here, a tale unfolds that reveals the deepest truths about the natural flow of wealth. High in his tower, Master Eldrin, keeper of the city's wealth, watched the daily patterns of trade below. Like the phases of the moon, he observed how prosperity moved in cycles, flowing in, flowing out, gathering and dispersing. Those who understood these rhythms prospered, while those who fought against them struggled needlessly. You too must learn to recognize these sacred cycles in your own life. Just as nature moves through seasons, wealth follows its own circular dance. When you resist this movement, you create blockages in your financial flow. When you embrace it, abundance flows naturally. The wise people of Aurovale understood that wealth, like water, must both gather and disperse to maintain its vitality. They built vast fountains throughout the city, each one symbolizing this eternal truth. Water collected in deep basins before cascading outward, only to return again in an endless cycle. Master Eldrin shared this wisdom with all who sought his counsel. To master prosperity, one must master its rhythms. Save when abundance flows, spend with wisdom when needed, invest in what grows, and give freely to keep the channels open. The city's merchants followed these principles faithfully. They knew when to expand their ventures and when to conserve their resources. They understood that each phase, earning, saving, spending, and investing, played its essential role in the greater cycle of prosperity. You hold this same power within you. By aligning with these natural cycles, you activate the ancient laws that govern all wealth. Begin by observing the patterns of abundance in your own life. Notice how money flows to you and through you. Learn to recognize the optimal moments for each phase of the cycle. To harmonize with these sacred rhythms, practice this timeless ritual. Stand before your altar of abundance each morning. Place 4 coins in a circle, representing the 4 phases of financial flow: earning, saving, spending, and investing. Moving clockwise, touch each coin while speaking its purpose. I earn with grace, I save with wisdom, I spend with purpose, I invest with vision. Complete the circle 3 times, then hold your hands over the coins, absorbing their balanced energy. Carry this awareness with you throughout your day, knowing that each financial action is part of a greater, sacred cycle. Through this practice, you align yourself with the eternal dance of prosperity, becoming one with its natural rhythms and flow. Chapter 26. Advanced Alignment Techniques. In the sacred valleys of the Himalayas, where ancient wisdom still whispers through mountain winds, lived Amara, a healer whose gentle touch could unlock the flow of abundance within those who sought her guidance. And you must understand that your physical body houses energy centers, chakras, that directly influence your relationship with wealth. These spinning wheels of light, when properly aligned, create a clear channel through which prosperity naturally flows. Amara's work revealed that financial struggles often stem from blockages in specific energy centers. The root chakra grounds you in material security, while the solar plexus chakra governs your power to manifest abundance. The heart chakra determines how freely you can receive and give wealth, and the throat chakra influences your ability to speak your worth into existence. One day, a wealthy businessman named Raj arrived at Amara's dwelling. Despite his outward success, his wealth felt hollow, constantly slipping through his fingers like sand. His energy centers told the true story. Constricted and dim, they reflected his inner turmoil with money. Through gentle energy work, Amara restored balance to his chakras. As golden light filled each center, Raj felt an immediate shift in his relationship with wealth. Within months, his business flourished, not through desperate grasping, but through an effortless flow of abundance. You too can align your energy centers for optimal financial flow. Begin by sitting in a quiet space, spine straight, feet planted firmly on the ground. Visualize each chakra as a spinning wheel of light, starting from the base of your spine and moving upward. See the root chakra glowing red with security, the sacral chakra orange with creativity, the solar plexus yellow with power, the heart green with balance, the throat blue with truth, the third eye indigo with vision, and the crown violet with divine connection. As you connect with each center, allow any financial fears or blocks to surface and dissolve in the pure light of awareness. Feel the energy of abundance flowing freely through your newly aligned system, creating a clear channel for prosperity to enter your life. This sacred practice, passed down through generations of energy healers, holds the power to transform your financial reality from the inside out. Chapter 27. The Law of Giving and Receiving. In a village nestled among rolling hills lived an old weaver named Mira, who began a remarkable chain of events. Though she possessed little material wealth, she crafted a beautiful shawl and gave it freely to a young mother who shivered in the cold. The mother, touched by this kindness, shared her family's honey with the village carpenter. The carpenter, inspired by the sweetness of both the gesture and honey, crafted a sturdy chair for the elderly herb gatherer, and so it continued, each gift sparking another, weaving an invisible tapestry of generosity throughout the village. As this cycle of giving flourished, something extraordinary unfolded. The village's prosperity grew not through hoarding or competition, but through the natural flow of abundance. Markets buzzed with activity, gardens yielded bountiful harvests, and creativity flourished. The villagers discovered that wealth multiplied when shared, like seeds scattered in fertile soil. You must understand that the universe operates through continuous circulation. When you consciously participate in this flow through giving, you align yourself with the fundamental law of abundance. Each gift creates a vacuum that the universe naturally fills, often in unexpected ways. Yet across the mountains lived King Darius, whose palace vaults overflowed with gold. He clutched his wealth tightly, believing security lay in accumulation. As his hoarding increased, his kingdom withered, Crops failed, commerce stagnated, and joy vanished from his lands. His wealth became a prison, and his abundance turned to dust in his hands. The law of giving and receiving operates with mathematical precision. When you restrict the flow of wealth through hoarding, you create energetic blockages that prevent new abundance from entering your life. Like a dam that blocks a river, the natural flow of prosperity cannot reach you. To experience this truth directly, you must engage in conscious giving. Begin a giving project that spans 7 days. Each day, give something of value. It need not be monetary. Your time, skills, attention, or material goods all carry energy. Give with joy without expectation of return. Document each gift and observe how the universe responds. Notice the subtle shifts in your energy, relationships, and circumstances. Feel how giving liberates you from scarcity consciousness and opens new channels for abundance. As you practice, hold this ancient truth: the hand that gives is always full. For in the act of giving, you declare to the universe your trust in its endless supply and your willingness to be a channel through which abundance flows. Let your giving arise from the heart, for gifts given grudgingly create different ripples than those offered with love. Watch as your small acts of generosity ripple outward, touching lives in ways you may never fully know, yet always returning, multiplied to their source, you. Chapter 28. Mastering Money Manifestations. In the sun-drenched streets of an ancient city, Leonardo worked in his humble studio, his brushes dancing across canvas after canvas. Though his purse held few coins, his mind held magnificent visions. Each morning before touching brush to canvas, he would sit in silence, allowing his inner eye to paint the future he desired. You see, Leonardo understood a truth that masters through the ages have known. The canvas of reality first takes shape in the artist's mind. As he visualized himself in a grand studio filled with appreciative patrons, he infused each mental image with the warmth of gratitude, the excitement of achievement, and the certainty of manifestation. What separates those who merely dream from those who manifest is the ability to hold unwavering focus while releasing attachment to the outcome. Leonardo painted his visions with both precision and surrender. He saw himself receiving generous commissions, yet remained detached from how these opportunities would arise. One day, while painting in the marketplace, a wealthy merchant stopped to watch. Rather than anxiously seeking patronage, Leonardo continued his work with peaceful concentration. The merchant, moved by both the art and the artist's presence, commissioned a series of works that would transform Leonardo's fortunes. The universal law of manifestation operates through 3 essential elements: crystal clear vision, emotional resonance, and trust in divine timing. Like an artist mixing colors on their palette, you must blend these elements skillfully to create your masterpiece of abundance. To bring this wisdom into your life, begin with the ancient practice of manifestation. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, allowing your mind to settle like still water. Now, with the same detail an artist uses to plan a masterpiece, construct your financial vision. See yourself receiving specific amounts of money. Feel the emotion of holding it in your hands. Imagine your bank statements showing the exact figures you desire. Add color to your vision, with the sensations of security, freedom, and joy that this abundance brings. Like Leonardo, infuse your vision with gratitude while releasing attachment to how it will manifest. Complete this practice daily, preferably at sunrise or sunset, when the veils between thought and manifestation are thinnest. Remember, just as an artist must paint consistently to master their craft, you must maintain disciplined practice in your visualization to manifest your financial masterpiece. Chapter 29. the quantum field of wealth. In a pristine laboratory bathed in morning light, Dr. Marcus stood before his most revolutionary experiment. His instruments weren't the typical tools of science, but rather devices designed to measure the invisible waves of possibility that surround all matter, including money. You stand at the frontier of understanding how the universe truly operates. The quantum realm reveals that everything, including wealth, exists in a state of infinite potential until observed. Just as light can behave as both a wave and a particle, money energy flows in waves of probability until your consciousness collapses these waves into physical manifestation. Think of your bank account as a quantum field of possibilities. When you check your balance, you're not merely observing numbers. You're interacting with a field of infinite potential. Dr. Marcus demonstrated this through a simple experiment. He placed two identical boxes in separate rooms. One he observed daily with expectations of finding value. The other he ignored. Within months, opportunities and resources mysteriously gravitated toward the observed box. The quantum nature of wealth means that your observation and expectation literally shape financial reality. Like Schrödinger's famous cat, existing in multiple states until observed, your prosperity exists in all possible states until your consciousness chooses which reality to manifest. Dr. Marcus's most striking discovery came through measuring thought waves. When subjects focused on abundance with absolute certainty, their thought patterns created measurable changes in the quantum field around them. This field then attracted corresponding possibilities into physical reality. To harness these quantum principles, begin with the quantum observer practice. Sit in perfect stillness for 11 minutes. Imagine yourself as a quantum observer, watching waves of financial possibility collapse into solid form. See yourself surrounded by an infinite field of prosperity potential. Now, with the precision of a scientist, direct your consciousness to observe and expect specific financial outcomes. Feel the certainty of their manifestation at the quantum level. As you practice, remember that the observer effect is not just a scientific principle. It is your key to activating the quantum field of abundance. Like Dr. Marcus's experiment, your focused observation creates ripples in the fabric of reality, drawing prosperity from the field of infinite potential into your physical experience. Chapter 30. Your infinite wealth potential. High in the mist-shrouded peaks where the air grows thin and wisdom flows like mountain springs, Master Zhang guides his disciples through ancient practices of abundance. You too now stand among them, ready to receive these timeless teachings. The boundless sky above stretches endlessly, mirroring the infinite nature of your potential. Just as these mountains rise without limit into the heavens, your capacity for wealth knows no bounds. Through countless cycles of the sun and moon, Master Zhang has observed how those who embrace their limitless nature naturally draw abundance to themselves. You possess within you a wellspring of creative force that, when properly channeled, manifests as material prosperity. This force is not measured in finite quantities, but flows eternally like the mountain streams that carve new paths through solid rock. Your thoughts, like these waters, can reshape the very landscape of your reality. Master Zhang reveals that limitation exists only in the mind. When you release these self-imposed boundaries, wealth flows as naturally as breath. Each breath you take contains unlimited potential. Just as the air around you is inexhaustible, so too is your ability to generate prosperity. Witness how the mountain does not question its right to touch the sky, nor does the eagle doubt its ability to soar. You too must release all doubt about your divine right to unlimited abundance. The universe itself expands infinitely. Your potential for wealth must do the same. Now embrace the mountain peak practice. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and visualize yourself atop the highest mountain peak, where the air is crystal clear and your vision extends infinitely in all directions. Feel the limitless expanse around you. With each breath, draw in the infinite potential of the universe. See golden light streaming from every direction, filling you with prosperity consciousness. Let this light expand within you until you become a beacon of abundance, radiating wealth energy in all directions. Hold this vision for several minutes, knowing that just as the mountain peak rises naturally toward the sky, wealth rises naturally toward you. Complete this practice by speaking these words. I am unlimited in my potential for wealth. As vast as the universe itself, so flows my abundance. This practice connects you to the infinite source of all prosperity. Like Master Zhang's disciples who learned to manifest gold from mountain stones, you too will discover that wealth springs naturally from recognizing your unlimited nature. Conclusion. As you close these sacred pages, know that the wisdom within them continues to resonate through the chambers of your consciousness. The ancient teachings of prosperity now flow through your veins, as natural as the breath that sustains you. Through valleys and peaks, through stories of transformation and revelation, you have walked the path of those who understood the eternal laws of abundance. Yet this journey marks not an end, but a beginning, a gateway through which you now step into your divine inheritance of wealth. The universe conspires to support your prosperity, just as it has supported countless others who have awakened to these truths. Each sunrise brings fresh opportunities to apply these principles, to deepen your connection with the infinite source of all abundance. You stand now as part of an unbroken chain of prosperity consciousness that stretches back through the ages. Those who came before you, the merchants, the sages, the rulers who understood these laws, have passed their torch of wisdom forward. Now you carry this light. Remember that true wealth grows stronger when shared. Seek out others who walk this path, for in community these principles gain power. Share your insights, celebrate others' successes, and watch as collective abundance multiplies. Let each transaction become a sacred act, each financial decision an opportunity to align more deeply with universal laws. Your prosperity serves not just you, but ripples outward, touching countless lives with its transformative power. The practices and principles contained within these pages are not meant to sit idle on shelves, but to live through your daily actions. Each moment offers a chance to choose abundance, to affirm your connection to infinite supply, to demonstrate gratitude for the wealth that flows ever more freely into your life. As you step forward into your prosperous future, carry these teachings not as mere knowledge, but as living wisdom that grows richer with each passing day. The true measure of these teachings lies not in their reading, but in their application through the endless cycles of opportunity that life presents. You have been initiated into ancient mysteries of prosperity, yet your greatest discoveries lie ahead. For in applying these principles, you will uncover depths of abundance that words alone cannot convey. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.